Let's watch his mission across Wales.
Oh my god. Probably the worst thing I've ever been through.
Welcome back, everyone, to the fourth and final instalment of this.
Let's see if you can cross
exhilarating
Wales
and wildly
for the third
unpredictable
time.
Third attempt at crossing Wales in a completely straight line. Having survived the brutal farmland-heavy first half of the trip in epic style, things had taken an unimaginably cruel turn for the worst in what was supposed to be the sanctuary of the moorlands, thanks to what we thought at the time to be a bizarre GPS malfunction.
Oh yeah, because in this last episode it's fucking
sat-nav ordeal
sat-nav?
trying to navigate
Yeah,
our way
sat-nav.
to Verity's car before we were presumed dead.
Broke.
Me and Ben were forced to retire back to base and allow our broken bodies to recuperate. After a day of
Technically,
contemplation,
yes, you did fail.
it was clear to us what needed to be done. It was heartbreaking to leave the line. It ruins that pure essence of journey and adventure that comes with a trip like this, and I don't think it should ever be done unless someone's safety is at stake. However, the truth was that the line could still...
I reckon he'll do it
be
fourth
completed.
time,
It might
but do
make
it
it somewhat
one
of
go,
a
I
hollow
reckon.
victory, but every step of that line could still be walked.
Why is that
Of
car? I
course,
don't
there
know.
was still every chance that we could fail to do that. Nothing would surprise us at this point, but all we could do was remain confident and return to the exact point where that screen turned. Okay, me and Ben are back at the
Here you
forest
go.
of disorientation, and well, it's pretty obvious what we're doing. We are going back to the exact point where the GPS, the godforsaken GPS, decided to pack in. We've got about 64 batteries in our bags.
My God,
but not a lot
64
else.
batteries.
And our intention is to storm to the coast today. 7.5 miles, mainly downhill, but not without a few obstacles. Right, we are
Let's see if
approaching
they
the
do
point.
this in day one.
We'll see you there.
One day, should I say.
Yeah, that's it, mate. This is where it said we stopped. Okay, ready? Hood up.
Yes, it is. Yeah.
Gloves on, very much so.
Oh. I can up it to
Off we go.
1440p. There you go.
Come on, Ben, let's do it. Come on. Feels good.
But
to
it
be
is a GoPro
further
as
than
well.
any point we've been. Spirit and ambition levels were definitely high as we steamed our way through this big, nasty section of pine like it was nothing. However, we were approaching the ravine that I spoke of in the previous episode. Omar the Gradient Man had identified it to be the steepest gradient of the trip, and it demanded our full attention. The ravine in question is a point for concern. I'm a bit worried about it because there's been a lot of rain. Not a lot, but enough possibly to make it swell. And if it's particularly steep and rocky, especially with my bad ankle, it could be dangerous.
Not slippery,
Right.
swell.
So we're onto the gravel track. We're out of the big section of shorter pine, which is the hardest section, and we're into taller pine down to the ravines. Okay, so Ben, if one of us does get hurt, Verity's that way. Yeah. Contingency plans, nothing more. Oh, that does look far down.
And he did like 5, yeah.
Shit. Vehicle.
Sound like a
Wonder if
train.
they'll confront Verity. Fucking hell, man.
Oh,
The
look
ravine,
at that.
which was
Oh,
more of a
fucking
gully,
hell,
really,
that is
was
steep.
steep but doable, which is what we predicted.
Well,
in
okay,
the
fair
planning
enough. From the
stage.
camera view, it looks
After
steep.
carefully shimmying our way down to the stream, which wasn't too swollen, it was another awkward climb up and over to the second of the two gullies that join forces to form the river Hengum. Gully 2, with its
Hengum?
spongy banks and shallow stream, seemed much friendlier, until we got a bit closer. Mate, that is an absolute slide, isn't it?
Tom, we need to be wary though, because that's just going to go straight down.
I know. No, that genuinely is. Oh my god.
Do you know which one was successful, or are you a big fan of
Fucking
Tom
hell.
Stevens? No, I don't.
Flippy.
Yeah.
Well, that river looks very riveting.
How are we going to do this?
I don't know.
Fast pace.
Okay, get that piece of wood. Where are we on the line?
Although it reminds me of the
Okay.
Norway, yeah.
Right, let's get that piece of wood and we'll scrape all the moss off.
To be fair, at least he did that one properly on his
like
own.
that.
Have you got the piece of wood?
Yeah.
We need to do loads of scraping. God, just when you think it's all right, man. Fucking hell. We need to just shut up, don't we?
Yeah.
Now, Ben,
You need to jump from where you are.
I reckon the next
Okay,
episode
good.
you would do would be, I reckon you'd do
With Ben and the
Scotland again.
bags safely across, it was my turn to jump. And unfortunately for me, I was going to have to land on my bad foot.
No. It's obviously it was against COVID rules.
Oh, fuck, sorry man, I didn't have a good... No, it's fine, it's fine. We're over. Just when you think you've got to walk in the park, you have Britain's biggest water slide, and God knows where that leads. The speed you would pick up doesn't bear thinking about. Anyway,
Fair, it would be a
get the
very
fuck
good
off
death slide. Yeah, I reckon they would have cleared it, yeah. But I reckon if he does another cross country, it
looks
will
like
do
now we've
Scotland
got
again.
short pine mixed with heather and shit, which doesn't look very nice, but pretty much out of the woods and into the moors. Bring it on.
Just as the trees and the heather made way for lovely green grass, an almighty wind, which until now we'd been sheltered from, almost blew us back
I
down the
don't-
hill. We could see the reservoir in the distance,
That will
and I
probably
know
take
this
him
because I can just about hear us fretting about it
6
over
months?
the deafening
I reckon
sound
it'll
of
take
the
him.
wind. And a kilometre later, it was the wind that was now our main cause for concern.
Mate, it's chopping, it's flowing.
It's west east.
Well, the wind's blowing. Yeah, that doesn't look good.
With a limited and not particularly impressive
yes,
track
from the
record when it
I
came
think that's
to
from the
swimming
first
in
episode.
freezing cold lakes
Like
with a
first
dry
attempt
bag,
across Wales.
I definitely didn't feel overly confident with the idea of swimming out against such a strong wind, something you can just about make out in this clip.
Our bags are just going to be like big sails, man. And if
Sail.
we'll just end up over there. I can see it happening. Yeah. Well, let's find out. Yeah, mate. No chance.
It was a bit disheartening, but we were going to have to go around to the dam, which was around 30 metres north of the line and another drift out of the platinum zone, which is probably exactly what would have happened anyway if we'd have tried to swim.
Bruh.
Right.
Damn if he did, and damn if he didn't, so.
Just carry on without me, mate. Oh, sure.
Well, at least they made it across, at least.
Okay, there we go. I'm not really happy about that, but I honestly think we would have got blown down. We're just desperate to get to the end now, so let's do exactly that. So this is where we would have camped and met Verity at the end of day 3. It's mad to think we were 2 hours from this spot. 2 days
2
ago.
hours?
We've only just got here.
So, having already done the first quarter of the day distance-wise, we breakfasted in the peaceful shelter of the trees and looked forward to a predominantly downhill 6 miles to the coast. But what else could we expect from those 6 miles? What other
dog
obstacles lurked down there waiting to thicken this mental plot even further? Well, you just don't know, plainly. But this is what we were expecting. The remoteness would continue for a good while with these pine forests and moorlands which slowly led back down towards civilization. A sea view glamping field made way for what
Glamping?
definitely looked like
The
a fairly
fuck is
steep river
glamping?
gorge, and then a couple of tricky looking properties
Oh,
would
yeah.
hopefully lead us
Want
down
me-
to the
oh.
main road. Beyond that, there were a few
That's
more
gotta be a fucking
fields,
stomach turner.
a pretty swampy looking nature reserve,
What's
and
glamping? Is
finally,
it glamorous
2
camping?
ditch-lined fields later was the coast. Based on how quick I made it down to the coast on day 5 of my first Wales attempt, I was fairly confident that we could be tasting salt water by 3 PM. But was it going to be that simple? I'll let you have a guess.
Oh, God. Why can't it just be normal camping?
11, 6 miles to go. So what we've just been through, this is, dare I say, enjoyable.
Where I'm getting a hotel at the point. At that point, yeah, true.
Fingers crossed it continues.
Thanks to the lofty nature of these forests, me and Ben made more good progress. And it was up on this unusual Washington State looking moor that we finally witnessed just how much
What a
progress we'd
comparison.
actually made.
Washington State.
Is that the sea? Are you kidding me? No? That's the estuary.
I don't know. Maybe I shot them selling them with it on.
Yeah!
Unless it was a patch and
Heartbreaking, isn't it, really? When you look back,
God, that
see
wind.
where it went wrong. That is fucking Mordor compared to
Mordor.
Morale now boosted to an all-time high. The second biggest forest of the trip genuinely felt like an indulgence.
This is beautiful. Oh.
Stolen valor.
Jog through it. I know, mate. Oh.
Yeah, very true.
To the average viewer, but
Yeah, but why the Royal Air Force, not like the Royal Marines or
I feel
something?
like we're being pampered
I guess if people see it from a distance,
for the first time in the entire trip.
they'd be like, oh, say
We're being
Royals,
shown a
eyes in
bit
the
of a
army.
bone. Yeah.
That bone stretched all the way to the end of this soul-cleansing forest, where it stopped abruptly.
Oh god.
Oof.
We knew it couldn't last forever. Yeah,
They've got to
that's
whack
very
the
true.
bush.
It was kind of like the kids' pool version of this, which is
Probably.
still pretty bad.
Ah.
But eventually, we were back out onto the moorland. Here, we realised that we were actually heading straight back into the forest,
Whoa.
There's a stream there, buddy.
and when we were finally free from the foliage, things didn't really get much easier.
Well, this amber meadow is so grueling. Terrible for the ankle.
But that wasn't the only issue.
Oh, there's a vehicle down there, Tom.
There was a farmer about. Normally, I'd have said that there was no chance that we'd be ordered away in such a remote area, but there were fences, and based on our recent experiences, I wasn't so sure. The already sapping trek to the car, which was suspiciously close to our line, by the way, was now also a nervy one.
Play Sting Fields of
Fucking
Gold.
butterflies again, man. I'm a bit nervous. What if it's a... Yeah. Exactly. This fucking ground is horrible. It's not in there, I don't think. I don't think he's there, mate. I can't see him. Come on. It's odd. Let's just get out of here. Well, it's pretty odd, but up until now, he's nowhere to be seen. He might be around here.
Maybe he's
Might be
hunting
back
them.
that way, hopefully. But yeah, it's not very often you see a car left like that. Can't be far away.
The next half a mile was spent making our way along the hillside, constantly looking over our shoulder for the
Yeah,
return
you
of
technically
the
think about you
farmer, whose
impersonating.
engine would be drowned
like,
out
you're
by
almost
the
like
wind.
impersonating an officer. as
Even
they
when
would
his
say.
farm came into view, though, it didn't really matter. We had the higher ground, and no one was going to follow us through our next obstacle.
Oh,
It's over,
fucking hell,
farmer.
that's gorgeous.
I have the high ground.
Cue the music.
Fair play to him, and he also made this music. I can give him respect for that. Gives you like 80s vibe.
When the gorse finally did end, it was straight into the ferns. It was all much slower progress than predicted, but it was progress nonetheless.
Every now and then a fleeting glimpse of the finish line, the sea appears and then disappears again. Just a reminder. Just a...
Oh.
My fucking ankle. It's alright, I stopped it just in time. That was fucking close, man. I just rolled it again. It's gonna hurt.
See me rolling, breaking.
Yeah. No.
Ankles still just about functioning, we soldiered on down the increasingly autumnal palette of the valley towards civilization. An unexpected farmhouse sheep field combo had us scuttling swiftly into this lovely mystical woodland, and another eco-friendly looking property to our right was another brief moment of concern. A few rocky crags kept us on our toes during the final fern-infested stretch, but beyond that, another much more fearsome word beginning with F threaten to ruin the party.
Hello, Bab. Sorry, I've only just got signal. We're about 100 metres away from the glamping thing, but I'm a bit worried about coming into the field. Yeah, is he still there?
Yep, that's right. There was another farmer dead ahead. We knew this because of a text from Verity telling us that she'd parked up near the glamping site, which was basically just a farm, and had been approached by the farmer.
Did he seem like he could get angry? If he wanted to?
No, it doesn't seem like he would get angry. Like,
Okay.
he wouldn't chase you, I wouldn't have thought.
We'll play it by ear then. Alright. Alright, bye. Okay, I don't know if you really got that, but the upshot was there's a farmer 150 metres from us, and the farmer is in his field in a tractor. Verity has...
It is tractor,
He
as you
asked
say
her what
around
she
my
was doing
parts.
there, quite inquisitive and wanting to know what she was doing there. Yeah, we're going to get to the edge of the field and weigh it up. Do we hide? Do we speak to him? Do we run? It's worked for us in the past, Ben. And it's downhill this time.
With Verity now departed and no sign of the farmer, we studied the farm's quite favourable layout and escape route, and once again seized the moment.
No.
It quickly does it. Quietly now.
The line actually headed in this direction, behind the farm. Sticking to the track was far safer though, especially as we had no idea where the farmer was. Just as we were about to march, buttocks clenched into the heart of the farm, in the corner of my eye I noticed the most comforting of signs.
That's public.
We just so happened to be on a public footpath. The question now was, how far would it take us from the line?
What's this, some kind of hiking challenge? This guy's mission is to go across a country in a straight line.
We're all good so far. Pretty sure this is a public
All of the
path.
straightest line he can go.
Dog start me a bit.
So he's doing Wales.
And the luck continued.
Okay. Oh God, it looks like the path actually goes down where we're going. Yeah.
Yeah, this is his third attempt. But it is very interesting.
So chuffed about that. It's so funny because you get these sudden question marks like, oh, there's a farmer in a field in a tractor.
Yeah.
Didn't even see him.
I know.
Didn't see the guy. But then you get down there and you've got a farm to contend with a dog, but it's a public footpath. I mean, it's just... Oh, this is stunning. Really starting to descend now into the valley, which feels great.
Into the
but
valleys.
so much could go wrong still. Still work to do. We're about 2 miles from the end, maybe less. It's beautiful.
Just say, DJ, if I
Loving the
did
trees that are
a
here.
straight line across Devon,
Yeah, I
may as well
don't
do
know
10
exactly
tours.
what we're going to come up against. There's definitely someone's back garden, so yeah.
Which is
Might be
a
smart.
challenge they do on Dartmoor.
It wasn't this one. That is to say, it wasn't the one I was referring to, but there was definitely a rogue property approaching.
Let's do some ghost hunting
What is that
talkie.
shit? Are we going left or right?
Yeah, I'll just go to Toabi Peak.
Yeah.
Do one Torbay instead. That could be a very short one, DJ.
What the fuck, man?
Are you sure? Depends where you start and depends where you finish.
Just like an old woman. You know, the ghost of an old woman.
Next up was the wooded gorge of the River Einon, whose steep, dense valley
What
walls
name,
we'd have to
Einon?
somehow negotiate.
Okay. It's going to be a case of skirting along this valley.
Straight line
It's gonna
Selva,
get
the real
steep,
journey.
without doubt.
Oh, bloody hell.
Definitely going to be steep. Could be brambly. Could be slaty. Could be dangerous. Could be fine.
In the end, it didn't look like it was going to matter.
Sure we don't cross this? Oh, we might do, yeah. Okay. Well, we're walking down the river then. That's slippery. Oh dear.
I thought he hurt his ankle again then.
Oh, it's quite nice. Yeah. Oh!
Oh, oh, buddy. This is sick, man. I love this shit, do you?
Yeah, it's quite nice.
But it was about to go up a notch.
This looks deep, Benny boy.
That's what she said.
That's going to be really deep down there. Yeah, it'll be shallower.
Do you think?
Yeah.
Shallower. Oh. I think all guys knows how bad that is.
I know, mate. Should just swim down, shouldn't we?
It wouldn't be the first time me and Ben had floated down a river,
Not too bad.
and at least it would be a darn sight warmer this time, particularly for Ben.
Yeah, I think so. Don't piss your pants, Ben. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Ah, just casually just pissing your pants, why not?
Oh, God. Do you mind if that makes the cut?
A few yards downstream, things were really hotting up.
What do we do here? I think if we try and...
He was literally taking the
Yeah,
piss.
yeah. Go round, yeah.
So, for safety reasons, it was back out of the river and up onto the steep, brambly assault course that was the left-hand bank.
Do we go down or round? Okay.
This trend continued for a while as we skirted around a couple more deep pools, trying our best to obey the erratic readings of the Garmin, which was floundering in this claustrophobic gorge
fair,
almost
this
as
music
much
is
as
very
we
chill.
were. Before an absurd amount of time had passed though, it finally seemed to be pointing us out of here.
Such a cool river though, man. We come here and
But then
swim.
again, this just like remind me
Well,
of
we have.
the malls,
I
or
take my
dark
hats
malls, should I
off to
say.
this river. It's bloody lovely. It's been a bit of an obstacle, and we could have hurt ourselves, but it's bloody lovely. Look at the colour of the leaves under there. That is so cool.
Treating our testicles to one last dip, it was back up the rather steep
Treating your
northern bank
testicles
of the
for one more
gorge
dip.
and onto our next target.
Fair enough.
What's the time, Ben? 10 to 3. Okay. Perhaps overestimated it a bit today, but we'll get there in hopefully a decent time.
Thanks to an array of sticky terrain types, time had really started to pass us by. And although we weren't far from the coast, we might struggle to reach it before
I
dark.
think after this
at the rate
video, I
we were
should
going.
show you a spot on the moors.
It's alright, it's alright.
I used to go as a
Itching
kid.
to get the ominous
summer,
looking
where it was, like,
property
really
that
nice to
awaited
go.
us over and done with, we were yet again stunted by a horrible fern and bramble combo, which went on for a painful 300 metres. Soon, though, there were telephone wires.
Oh, there's the house, Ben.
Oof.
Yeah, she wants to come. Let's go through.
Not getting electrocuted?
Really quick.
Are the moors in Torbay? No, they're in Devon. But it's
Only
like
visible from above on Google Earth.
20,
we
30
had
minute
no
drive?
way of knowing what sort of fences or hedges we'd be up against until we got there. As with most remote abodes, the boundaries were quite
well, it's
rudimentary.
it's technically
but
Dartmoor.
that didn't mean there weren't people about.
You know, just casually go through someone's garden. Why not?
You good, Ben? Yeah.
How nice would that be to
person
have
over there,
that in
someone
the
on the
in the
right.
summer? Like just have a nice dip down in the river.
Oh yeah, okay, quick one. I haven't seen this yet.
Uh oh.
He's right there, Tom.
Okay, we're all good. Got past the cottage all right. And that bloke is busy playing in the dirt, so we're all good.
Playing in the dirt.
We were now a stone's throw from the A487, the main road that we would eventually meet Verity on once we'd successfully reached the coast. However, despite only
blend
being
that?
1.4 miles from it, there was still a lot of unknown territory to get through. This huge, boggy-looking nature reserve in particular had me quite worried, and I was also secretly a bit worried about the estuary. But right now, there was a more immediate cause for concern.
Uh-oh. More people's houses. Dun dun
The line
dun.
was heading straight for a bungalow, and with a bit of help from some shadowy imagery on Google Earth, I'd wrongly concluded that we were to head just to the left of it.
Oof.
Yeah, okay, we need to get on here.
As we skirted gingerly along the tree line, Ben
Gingerly.
spotted something.
Well, what do you want to do then? Go through here? Yeah, let's go through here.
With a person in the window, we'd veered further left into the cover of the trees, but confusingly, we were now quite wide of the line.
I don't understand this, Ben. We're going on. Nearly 20 metres.
I now wanted to get a good view from the edge of the forest to plan our next move, but in my haste, a rogue twig almost poked my eye out.
Ooh, that would have hurt. That must have been close.
Fucking branch to the eye, come on.
Now in plain view, we made our move.
Just casually going through
With my
someone's
good
garden.
eye, I could make out a long hedge up ahead and the front door, which was open.
Fuck. We need to jump the hedge, man. We need to jump it quick, quick, quick. Good, well done. Oh, God alive, man. We went so far off then.
23 metres was the price to pay for all the confusion, but our focus was now on the 4 or
not
5
bad,
farmers'
23 metres
fields
compared
that
to, was it
separated us
35
from the
metres?
nature reserve. And as you can probably imagine, we weren't hanging about.
Time to get those speed shoes on.
Okay, another farmer and sheep here. I need to change your GoPro battery, Ben, quick. So, here we go.
Our next unforeseen cock-up in the least ideal place possible involved the plastic tab on the GoPro battery coming off, leaving the battery jammed inside the GoPro.
Shit.
Cock up. It means they've
Luckily,
messed up.
though, I'd brought an emergency backup GoPro for this final day.
Okay, backup GoPro. Please last as long as you say you do on the tin. We need you to.
Yeah, cock up means literally you've messed up. So yeah, another UK terminology for you.
Really? Oh my God. Fuck. Mate.
That was a bit shocking.
Through the glove. Yeah. Fuck.
See what I did there?
This is the wood, the marsh. I've got to try and conserve battery on the GoPro though, because I have no idea how long this GoPro is going to last, because you can't change the batteries on it. So,
Ooh.
please bear with me. One more field to go. Oh my God, Ben. Ben's having a nightmare. Last little field, come on.
He has to smile for the camera,
And with
doesn't
this final dash, we were entering the safety of the nature reserve.
So refreshing that. Okay, man. Yeah, 738 metres. Then, yeah, and then it's like 2 or 3 fields. In total, it's 1.42 kilometres to the end, so less than a mile. Okay. But I don't know what this is going to be like. It could be terrible.
At least he converts
Could be okay.
miles into
somewhere in
kilometres and
between.
kilometres into miles.
Should we find out?
At least he uses both.
You're going to be a happy. You better be a happy man at that finish line.
After a few metres, it was already terrible.
Fuck me, man. I know it's only 700 metres, but
Oh my God.
it could be 700 metres of hell. Fuck me, man. I'm getting fucking. This really is like the end of Sleeping Beauty.
Wait,
I
what?
really wish I had a sword. Ah, you fucking little shit.
Who's this Miles Morales? That's who I'm talking about, Freddie. Miles Morales.
This is a wretched place.
Soon, though, the brambles made way for an even more worrying sight.
Okay, Ben. Straight up ahead we have reeds. Doesn't look good.
Oh,
This
no.
is something I haven't come across yet. Let's see what it's like. Come on! We're not failing our mission on this. Okay, the floor seems to be quite dry. Yeah. Oh yes, I'll take this. If this is what we're up against.
But it was shortly after this bramble to the face
Yeah, this is fine. Oh! You fucking... Oh! Right in the mouth.
that a couple of other rare species of bush were thrown into the mix, and things really started to get out of hand.
Oh my god, it looks like she's going through a jungle. That is one big bush.
This is one of the, probably the worst thing I've ever been through as a standalone obstacle. Anyway, can't waste any battery. Got 170 meters of it left. No, that's not nothing. It's a lot, trust me. See you later.
It's hard to put across to you just how enraging this muggy hellhole was.
Fuck me, man. I've never seen so many twigs and branches in one place. What? You can, mate. You can. You'll find a way.
But I think our reaction when we finally reached the end says it all.
Oh, yes. Oh, my God, mate. This is amazing.
Just sounds like they had a good time.
So fucking good. I cannot tell you how good this feels. We're getting out of it. Oh my god.
GeoWizard got sexual.
Mate. Fucking getting out of it. I can't believe that. I can't believe how wretched that was. I'm not counting my chickens yet because we've got 2 flat, possibly crop fields. I pray to God there's no crops in them. And we've got potential trenches, canals in between.
Do you know
the
what I
fields.
mean? Do you know what I mean by the
And that
saying
could
of
mean potentially
don't
shipping.
count your chickens yet?
So it's not over yet. Hopefully it's neither. Hopefully it's neither. It's 20 to 5, so much later and it'd be dark. So come on, Ben. God, we're going to be so jubilant. You're going to see 2 jubilant men now. You watch.
There was a tad more unfavourable foliage just before the fields,
Something
but
like
it
that,
didn't
yes.
seem to bother us too much.
I think it's just ferns and brambles. Yeah, sweet. Oh mate, I think it's a sheep field. I don't think there's any crops. That's amazing news. The only question mark now is the trenches, the little canals. Okay, this might be one right here.
It was.
Oh yeah, that is horrible, isn't it? Should we see how deep
my
it is, mate?
God, what is that?
Yep, I'll go first. You film. Can you walk in it? I don't think that's safe, mate. That goes so far down.
Oh shit!
What we're gonna do? We try and use this oak branch.
Oh my! What?
Can you hang off that birch? Yeah, do that. Do that.
What the?
Jump soon.
Yeah. If you...
Yes, it worked.
Okay.
Do that.
No freaking
Oh
way!
my god.
Now for Ben's turn.
Yeah, hold higher up on the birch.
If he falls in,
I don't know. Oh my god.
oh!
It's alright, you're alright, you're alright. Oh god. You're alright. Come here, come here.
That could have gone bad.
Oh my god, there better not be another one of these. Oh fuck, Ben.
Spoke too
How far is
soon.
that off? Oh, let's see, let's see.
As you can see, this channel was really wide, so not overly keen on swimming across, we looked to a wooden structure up ahead which seemed to be about 15 metres offline, but the structure had long since collapsed.
Whoa. Fuck, mate, that's so deep.
Oh.
You just gotta jump, mate.
You're gonna go straight in if you jump, Tom. You need to like kind of wade across.
Overconfident from previous jumps, I decided to give it a go.
Uh-oh. This is going to go well.
Mate, that is so deep. I'm going to try and swim across it.
You are?
I'm going to try and swim across it.
Yeah, yeet. That was not a swim, that was just go through the water.
Jesus Christ. You had to wear that t-shirt, didn't you? We're nearly there,
His
Ben.
t-shirt said butthole.
I don't believe what this
Of
line
all
has
t-shirts to
thrown us
wear, butthole.
at the final hurdle. But I think there's no more water, Ben.
Butthole surfer.
Already wet, mate.
Nice shirt there, mate.
Come on! One more disgusting hedgerow.
Guess again.
Oh no, don't say it's a ditch. Oh no, it is bad. There is another tree though.
Unperturbed, I carried out my next bog-defying strategy, but was my losing streak destined to continue?
Don't like this.
Oh!
Oh my god. Oh, muddy.
Holy shit!
Okay. Well, you're buggered. What a wretched end to this trip.
Praying that the next droplet of
At
water
least
we'd
it
be
wasn't,
touching
like,
was salty, we
her.
ploughed through another rare species of reed, teleported ourselves over the railway track,
That's weird.
and gazed out over the marshy grassland of the estuary. All we had to do now was stride out there until we hit one of these snaking canyon-like inlets of salt water. The only problem, apart from the deafening wind, was that the line I'd drawn on Google Earth only protruded so far, prompting the GPS,
okay,
which
makes
was still
sense.
on completely full battery by the way, to celebrate prematurely. Hell-bent on brine, we kept walking in what felt like a straight line until, 75 meters later,
Yeah. I mean, guys, I know it looks ridiculous, but that is the coast. Yeah! Oh, come on!
Wait, what?
Get in, man. Oh, fuck! What a horrible end that was. How do
Really?
you feel, Ben? I feel like we've just done the impossible. I know. I really mean that. I know, mate.
I would have gone further to make sure. Made sure.
And I am.
Apparently.
Oh, wait, there we go.
Ow.
There you go. You didn't believe us. You at home.
Oh, they found a crab. Okay,
let's
fair enough.
taste it. Let's taste the success. Oh.
Really? That counts?
Yeah, it's salty. Yeah. Yeah, you are.
Lovely.
Right, Ben, should we get back to dry land? Where the fuck do we do that? I don't know. We'll see you in a bit. The battery's going. Thank God it lasted, eh?
and so, with minutes of daylight to spare, the fourth and
Looks
final
like they've gone a
day
bit
of this
crazy.
Herculean quest for geometric perfection was finally over. As we hauled our foul-smelling figures back towards the warm, dry utopia of Verity's car, we could finally
Everyone would,
relax,
yeah, true.
discuss the latest ridiculous afternoon we'd just endured, and come to terms with what we'd just achieved.
Come on.
Oh
That can go off. Oh my God.
Today alone felt like a huge
A
achievement, to be
can of
honest.
hobgoblin.
But what about the bigger picture?
Fair enough.
Was this mission a failure?
I don't
or a
drink beer,
success?
so I don't know if it's
Well,
nice or not.
everyone is going to have their own opinions on this, but personally, if it's one or the other, I'd have to say it's a success. However, I can't deny that I'd have been twice as happy if we'd have done it in one
A
continuous
nice cold
go.
tinny.
It would have been so much sweeter and more meaningful knowing that we'd done it in the purest, most proper way possible, and that no one could ever beat us to that. What we had undeniably done, though, was walked every step of the way across Wales in a virtually completely straight line, which was the main thing we set out to do. We'd battled gallantly against the brutal October foliage,
Still fair play.
defied pain
They
and
did
injury,
it,
and
technically.
escaped impossible situations.
But
And the
hopefully,
rewards for all of that
if it does another
were
one.
immense. A new first for the record books, a bounty of memories, stories,
He has to do it in
lessons,
all
and
one go.
enlightenments for us to both take
But someone
home,
tells me it'd
and
be
a
Scotland next, I
beautiful
reckon.
blue line that we can proudly admire for the rest of our days.
You don't think you
We'll
will?
go over everything in much more detail in the line review video, but for now, I just want to say thank you. Omar for your crucial steep gradient checks. Marcus for inspiring me to get back out there and to give this another go.
No,
Even if your
I don't think
first
he'll do Wales
attempt
again.
didn't end
He's
up
technically
going
done it,
exactly to plan.
But I think he'll
All
do
of you
Scotland
lot
again.
for watching this series, but most
Could
importantly,
you do
to
England?
Ben and Verity. Their efforts on this trip were
I know it'd be a great
phenomenal
video.
and
Him and his
crucial
girlfriend do
to
one.
its success, and I can't wait to talk about their efforts in full on that line review video. But for now, as you watch me scamper back over this field with the stash bag one last time, you may be asking yourself, could this be the last time you ever see me run across a farmer's field?
Okay.
No, I think it'd be somewhere up north would
Got a
probably be
feeling.
your best bet.
That might be the last farm I run across. I'm done.
What does he know? See you on my next adventure.
Oh!